Hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I wanted to do a quick get ready with me. I am going to just run through my full face everyday, very natural makeup look. Well, I think it's natural. Typically this takes me about 10 to 15 minutes in the morning. I'm usually running late, so it's something that you can do pretty fast, but since I'm going through it, it's probably going to take a little while. So sit back, relax, and if you want to see how to get a very polished look in a pretty short amount of time, keep watching. All right, guys, let's bust this face out. I am starting with the Hourglass Veil Primer. It is my all-time favorite, best for me in terms of oil control. One of the tips that I love the most is working from the inside of the face out, or from the center out, because you need the most product and coverage throughout the center of the face, so you'll get a more natural finish if you do it that way. I sped this video up because I didn't find that it was that entertaining to watch this whole process in regular time, so we're just gonna go super fast. Listening to a podcast, I am using the Real Techniques blending sponge and my Double Wear foundation, which is my tried and true. I don't necessarily think that most women need this much coverage, but it is just the best foundation in terms of long wear for me. And if you're oily, we all have that problem of having the foundation just kind of slide off the face throughout the day. So I absolutely love Double Wear and definitely recommend it. I'm just working this in, and again, down onto my neck area because most of us have a lighter neck. So you want to make sure you blend that foundation. I'm using the Boing concealer today from Benefit, which I do really love. I found that I like the NARS Radiant Creamy and the Tarte Shape Tape a little better, just because they last a bit longer. But I tried blending this with a brush and it was just kind of pushing the product around, which is a common problem. So under the eye area, you just want to apply a little bit of pressure to work it into the skin. And that way it'll blend nicely, but it will stay and give you the coverage that you need. So after foundation, I like to go in and use concealer around the nose where everybody has redness, and I feel like mine is especially bad. And then over acne marks, because I can't seem to get rid of my adult acne, which is totally fine. No, it's terrible in reality. So again, just working through with that beauty sponge, Real Techniques. I love and recommend that one, and it is so much cheaper than a beauty blender. So thanks, Ray, for that recommendation. I like the Anastasia Brow Wiz for my eyebrows, and I usually do my brows right after my foundation. Although people used to ask me all the time if you really should do your makeup in any certain order. The only thing I say to that is if you're doing full eyeshadow, you might want to do it before your foundation just because of the fallout from the shadow. Otherwise, it's not really a big deal. It's just personal preference. So when I'm doing brows, I like to start with the arch and work my way out. The reason for that is to have the most natural looking brow, you really want the bulk of the product and the depth of color to be focused on the outer half. So I work there and I define the arch and get kind of that more crisp shape. And then I go through the center and the front part of the brow and just add a little bit of coverage where I'm sparse. But it is more natural to have kind of a lighter hand as you work through the center of the brow, just because all of us have a little sparsity there anyway. Another good trick, especially if you have really coarse eyebrow hairs like I do, is to brush them down and work directionally, and then brush them up like I do here and work from the bottom. It's just kind of hard to push product through really coarse brows, so if you brush the hairs in the different directions, you'll be able to get through to the skin and get that natural look. So I'm just kind of dying of heat and also trying to perfect those. There's my nod of approval. Okay, I love that lip product, and of course now that I'm narrating I have no idea what it is. It's the Beauty Bio lip enhancer. It's not what it's called, but it's a lip plumping balm. It's really expensive. It's like $35, but I really wanted to give it a try, so I did. And people are kind of hating on it, but I wanted to show you guys how it looks as it works on the lips, because it is pretty incredible how much it plumps the lips up. And it definitely conditions, which is great. Okay, enough about that. I'm going in with the Glossier Cloud Paint. I think the shade is Cloud. I like to use the dual haired brush on this one because you get the nice synthetic soft bristles, which will help naturally blend the product out. And then you have the more dense bristles that help actually place the product. So if you're wondering what to do with brushes that you have that are this dual fiber like this, they're perfect for creams, emollients, liquids, anything like that. And of course you can use them for powder too. They just have a lighter touch. So with powder, sometimes it's nice to use something that's a little more dense. I like to put my blush about 2 fingers back from my nose. That's how you get, again, a more natural look, but also it gives you kind of a facelift. So you've noticed I don't apply it directly onto the fullest part of the apple of my cheeks, but move it back. Okay, look at my lips. It's crazy how much that stuff works. They are so red and flushed and full. So I love that product. Definitely would say to give it a try. I am using the Becca Chloe and Malika palette, which I have loved because it's a little softer and more delicate, which definitely helps prevent overusage of product, but it's buildable, so if you want more coverage, you can work it up. I had so much trouble with my setting spray, but the next step in this process is to just set my makeup, if I can. That one was the Boscia setting spray, the white charcoal, and it left white dots all over my face, so I had to go through and blend it out. I had to change my sweatshirt too because it left them all over my shirt. I don't know if you guys have had that problem with that setting spray, but I just use it because it was what I had. So the last thing I do is go in and put on my mascara. I definitely do that after setting spray because, of course, if you squint and your mascara is wet, you're going to get it all over the place. So with my fast full face, I don't do eyeshadow. I just really am, I'm always running late, so I don't have the time, which is why I put a little concealer on my eyes to just kind of blend it out. And voila, there's the face. So let's go in with the last thing, which is always my lip. I just kind of wiped off the excess of that product, and it left my lips really soft, and I feel like prepped for this lip product, especially since it's more matte. But I don't remember what shade this is. It's like, I think the Candy K lip pencil. I always do lip pencil after lipstick because I find that's the best way to blend your lipstick and your line together. However, the only exception to that is when I'm using a matte liquid lipstick, because once that matte dries down, it's harder to blend the pencil through and have it look seamless. So it's the one time when I'll do pencil first. So just going through with liquid lipstick, and there is my look for this. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know what to do. I have to run because I have a haircut, which is why my hair is just up in a ponytail, and I can't leave the house, so I put some pants on. So I will see you next time. See ya.